Good morning, Kalispell. I hope you were all doing fantastic this morning. So today I want to talk about a couple different things on here. The first one is routines versus schedules. And yes, there is a difference between them once you actually stop and critically think about this. So a routine would be something like every time you drive by the delicious Copper Mountain coffee that you have to stop and get one. That's a routine regardless of the time of the day. A schedule is broken down into specific time frames. So this is where the reason I bring this up is a lot of people have issues with setting a schedule for school, especially if you're doing the quote-unquote distance learning. So there are pluses and negatives with school, but actually one of the major bonuses is that there is a schedule which lends predictability to the child's day, which when we look at this from a neurobehavioral standpoint, that actually has massive benefits for kiddos. They know what to expect, so they know what to plan. They know what their expectations are for any given time period. Also, what I want to talk about, because we are going through this ourselves, is make sure if you are doing distance learning that you don't always have to take this down. Like, you don't have to get all of the work done before you take a break. Make sure you're giving your kiddos plenty of breaks during the day. They have a lot of energy. They need to get outside while it's still nice and burn that off. Also, just something to be aware of are things called neurodeflections. So, a perfect example of these is if you have a kiddo that is working on, let's say, math. Math can be difficult for a lot of kids, especially if they're not in the classroom getting that hands-on type thing. So if they're working on math and you start to see like this sort of thing every time they work on a problem, it's probably time to take a break. Or they start tapping the pencil. I'm tapping it on my desk here. Or they start to wiggle their hands around. They're having a difficulty. Give them a break, because that can lead to some major behavioral problems down the road, because that is just excess stress to the brain that they don't need right now, because it's pretty uncertain times that they're in as well. So if you guys have any questions, feel free, shoot them over to us in a message, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. See ya.